Ladies and gents, boys and girls, madams and sirs, pals and palace. I don't think palace is a word, but we are back with another F1 video for today. We are inside the Mclaren's 300 million plus HQ with F1 driver Lando Norris, man. Shout out to GQ Sports. I'm excited for this one. Shout out to my guy Henry who did recommend this video. I'm pretty excited. I am pretty excited. This is our first video, I think I'll say. We're actually inside a HQ. So we are going to see a whole bunch of stuff. I'm just excited. I was lost for words for about a few seconds. I'm just excited. So as always, hope you guys do enjoy the video. Don't forget to like the video and sub as well. As always, make sure you guys do have your post notifications turned on so you guys know when I go live or when I drop videos and such more. No races weekend because we are moving to Canada. So that's pretty much it. Yeah, that's pretty much it. I don't have anything much else to really say. Let's start. Let's just start.
This stark white hallway that looks like a scene in a sci-fi movie doesn't lead to where you might think. It's actually the entryway to a place that's at the heart of creating some of the most emotion-stirring, drool-inducing, legend-making cars on planet Earth.
I'm Adam Badawi, and this is All Access Mclaren.
God dang.
Mclaren, one of the monoliths of the automotive world. They're known for their fearsome racing heritage and luxurious and radical road cars. And today, GQ Sports is here at their...
God, hold up. Look at so the outside just looks phenomenal. Obviously, the parking lot's right here. You got this little body of water, which looks pretty nice. Then you have just straight land. Like, just straight land. I don't care. I don't know why it's shaped like that. I don't know why it's shaped like that. It just, But still, it looks nice. That's just a very nice landscape around it.
Very futuristic HQ.
Look at that, man.
Technology Center. Built in 1998 in the beautiful town of Woking, this Death Star-like brushed aluminium beauty is the home of McLaren's race team and consumer automotive division.
That's
the building
hard.
is estimated to have cost £300 million to construct, and it's here that McLaren brings together science and art to produce, by hand, some of the craziest hypercars and race cars you will ever see. And to get a deeper look into the heart of the HQ, we have a special guest tour guide to show us around.
Has to be Lando. Has to be Lando.
Here comes my tour guide.
That's a nice ass car. I need one. I need
Nice
one.
to meet you. Nice to meet you too. How you doing? Welcome to my beautiful workplace. So we're going to start with a little tour today. We start here on the boulevard, the famous boulevard.
The boulevard.
Starting with Bruce McLaren, the founder of McLaren.
Bruce McLaren.
First car he ever raced with at 15 years old, raced under his dad's name, and he won.
He snuck into a race under his dad's name
Snuck
and
in
won.
under his dad's name.
He did all right for himself.
Some of these cars I've actually been lucky enough to drive. Denny Holmes.
That was the first car. I mean, I get it. Back then, that was the style. That was it. Just looks so different now. That's why I was just like, but still, it still looks very, very, very great. I mean, it's all right. It's vintage. It's classic. You know what I mean? It's
Unbelievable.
throwback.
One of the most beautiful cars I think ever
That's a
made.
nice car.
Daniel's car from Monza.
The winning one too.
This is the winning one. This one I've driven.
This is
got
the year
the
the
stick
team won,
shift.
Team won Drivers' Championship, Constructors' Championship.
Pretty
Not
body.
a bad year for them. Comparing to now, the rear tyres are a lot bigger.
Yeah, astonishing, right?
No power steering, and then it's a manual stick shift as well.
No paddles. But the lack of power steering means you would have been like gripping for all
You would have
hell.
been gripping, you would have seen the drivers coming in with blisters and
Jeez.
blood, and this maybe one of the most historic, these three. A McLaren F1, sit in the middle, so you can have two passengers, one to your left, one to your right.
Oh man, that's a wild configuration. What's
Ever
this
made.
setting you back these days?
I think a small 25 million.
The McLaren F1 actually sold in 2021 for $20.5 million, but With inflation, 25 million sounds about right.
This is my favorite car here, F1 GTR. Looks incredible on circuit and probably one of the best sounding cars in here. This is where a lot of things started. If you speak to a lot of people talking about McLaren,
That's
this is a
vintage.
livery that they remember.
That's
This one thing I
vintage.
got to drive. I got to
That's
drive
vintage.
Senna's in
Sensational.
Goodwood.
We'd be remiss if we didn't take a beat and talk about Ayrton Senna and this specific car.
Rest in
Football
peace,
has
Senna.
Pele, basketball has MJ, F1 has Senna. To many, he's the GOAT. That person that everyone talks about as half man, half mythology. And this specific Marlboro McLaren race car is the Pegasus he drove to glory. Also worth mentioning, he got off some really big fits while doing it.
I have to admit, not admit, but I do want to ask, if Senna never passed away, how many more championships you guys think Senna would have won? Let me know in the comments down below.
You do not scratch this one
But
up.
this I'll just make it to the top of the hill. A lot less space than what we've got now.
I wouldn't even touch
It's
it.
astonishing to me just
I
how
wouldn't even drive
little
it.
is on the steering wheel.
Radio and boost. Whereas now we have hundreds of
75
buttons.
hundreds
Yeah,
buttons.
I think the most dominant car in history of Formula One.
And just 2 buttons on the steering wheel.
And just 2 buttons, that's all you need. So if I could kind of go back in time, there's 2 eras that I would want to drive a Formula One car from. Senna, so 1975 all the way to
Right.
1985, or some of these ones.
98, 99. You were born in 1999,
I was born in
right?
99, so this is...
It's like your
God,
birth
Lando's like
vintage.
1 year
And then my
younger than
favorite
me.
bunch.
That's
No,
crazy.
come on. The Vodafone.
Those are
is
nice
really
though.
iconic.
Those are nice.
This is Lewis Fernando,
Yep.
the big rivalry. So this is what got me into Formula One, watching these cars go around. Started actually supporting McLaren just because it looked cool.
Those are nice,
To
but
me, it's the whole
the
of
Senna
Formula
ones are a lot
I've asked
better.
like many
though.
times to go back to this.
We'll give him a gentle bullying later.
So that's the boulevard for you.
Unbelievable. Wait, has anyone ever asked you like why your workplace is literally the Death Star? It's like an evil lair.
Looks like it was built yesterday.
I know, I was gonna say, it looks like a film set.
Actually, the McLaren Boulevard is so much like a Star Wars set that it became one for the Disney Plus series Andor. Check
That's
it out.
pretty cool.
No set dressing necessary.
That's pretty cool.
remember
I didn't know
being there
that.
For the first time, I was like 12 or 13.
Wow.
Quite a scary building to come into
It's intimidating.
when I was that young. And you
Right.
have all the corridors downstairs, look like they go on forever.
Like a big, sexy automotive labyrinth to get lost in.
But from the top, so it's like yin and yang. They go together, and then it forms like a piston.
What is this?
This is McLaren Senna, built purely from Lego. 468,000 bricks, and it rolls as well. So there's the actual wheel in it, then the actual wheels on it.
Can I touch it?
Wait. Wait. First of all, that's very, very cool. But how? So, okay, I'm trying to like make it sound not stupid. So if they made it from Lego and they added the wheels and driving. That's
glued.
that shit hard. That's tough.
Really?
That's tough.
No, I'm pretty sure you can. I don't want to break it.
We won't break it.
Hey McLaren, if you're watching this, hey, I love to come down. Invite your boy.
All of the
Invite your
trophies,
boy.
everything that they've won, all the way from when McLaren started. But we obviously come to the most important one over here.
Oh, of course.
A couple of mine, constructors.
Yeah.
This is Zach's. Mine.
Are you loaning it to them?
I'll loan it. What
Kind
they
of
don't
you.
know is that I've swapped it out with a replica, so I've actually got the original.
Fantastic. I'm
Yeah,
really
yeah,
glad
got
that this is
you.
on tape.
Got
This
you.
one, Monaco. Last year, the coolest but scariest track in the world.
On a very selfish level, as a spectator, it's by far the most fun to watch.
The amount of just hoping that you make it through the corner. You know, you
These
just
are
turn
tiny,
in-
tiny streets.
Shut your eyes and then just hope you make it through the other side. That's my strategy anyway. This is my Monaco,
Monaco.
podium car.
And you did it in baby blue, which I respect.
And I did it in
massively.
baby blue.
The sickest livery possible.
Everything's pretty much
Yeah.
exactly as it was when it was raced.
That's baby blue. I always thought that was like white or gray.
Because I'm looking at you, and I'm looking at that tub.
Headrest comes off, steering wheel comes off, then you just hop in. It's surprisingly comfortable just because everything's made for me. The grips on the steering wheel, colours.
Look at
and
all them
buttons
damn
on the
buttons,
steering
bro.
wheel.
You customized the colors.
It was
for
like a
the
freaking
buttons on the steering
PlayStation
wheel.
The one
controller.
that I would want to use quite often is overtake,
Overtake button. You push that, you're going to get a bit of extra juice to get around someone.
pretty much. It's like Senna's car.
I never knew that. That's crazy. I never knew that. So you can press a hold up. So you can press a overtake button. Nah, I ain't know. Hold up. hold up, man. Hold up, man.
The colours of your buttons on your steering wheel.
So one that I would want to use quite often is overtake.
Overtake button, you push that, you're going to get a bit of extra juice to get around someone.
Pretty much.
That's
It's like
crazy.
It's a very
I
2023
never
take
knew
on
that.
this.
That's
Checking out all these
crazy.
beats on the
Damn.
boulevard, Lando took me into the heart of the F1 race team operation to show me where all the wild science happens. Now, this is all super top secret, so fair warning, there's gonna be a lot of blurring.
Everything that's carbon fiber, pretty much, it all gets built in here. Simon, Adam, Simon.
Nice to meet you. Thanks for showing us around.
Got dirty mats on the floor, so keeps everything clean and tidy.
What's a dirty mat? Oh my.
Sucks all the dirt off your shoes. So in here we make basically anything carbon fibre, so wishbones, suspension, front wings, rear wings.
I kind of in my mind imagine robotic arms flying around and
Yeah,
doing
that's what I
different
thought too.
specifications.
That's what I thought
These
too.
cars, that would be the case because it's so specialised and the shapes are so difficult. You don't really have a choice.
Every week things change, every day things change. You can't just make something specially for one.
It's fair to say, like, the work the crew are doing in there right now will go a long way to deciding how successful 2023 is going to be for McLaren.
In a way.
Yeah. I mean, there'll be a lot of modifications to it.
Sadly, it hasn't really been the
Fundamentally,
case
that is
though.
what we'll be racing.
They do all of that in here, and then it gets put in into these, right?
It's like a pressure cooker basically, so you back everything down,
You're kidding.
suck the air out, and you stick it in there, cook it under pressure, and that gives you your shape.
So in this one,
That's
we would
cool
put
as hell.
Wings or
Little bits.
little
Got
bits.
flaps. Yeah,
And then we go downstairs.
Got the mega one.
The mega one.
Jesus Christ. Are you building a space rocket?
You probably could at this one, but I think NASA would have some ones that are much bigger for theirs.
Out of curiosity, like, if for whatever reason someone watching at home would want to buy one of those, like,
Yeah.
what would that set you back?
A few million, I would have thought.
Let's pause for a second to talk about the money of F1. F1 is extremely expensive. For starters, teams have a budget cap of about $140 million to race 2 cars on the grid. Sounds like a lot, you say? Well, the estimated spend of the top tier teams before the advent of budget caps was around $400 million. And even with the budget caps in place, which some say teams don't really abide by, those numbers can go much higher because certain elements, like the drivers, they don't hit that budget. Alright, back to the tour.
Okay, so where are we heading?
Surface and brand technology, it sounds a lot more fancy.
Surface and
Yeah,
brand
it needs to be
technology.
paint job,
But this is my favourite place in the whole building. This is stuff no one's seen yet. Even I haven't seen it until now. Get in there. Oh, interesting.
Oh.
There we go.
Go at what?
Bit of vinyling.
You're kidding.
So you know what's the cool thing about that? Like the service and brand technology. I'm guessing that's where like the different like logos and all that can be, like I guess made and put into like a car. You know. Ooh. So if I was in F1, Chaz Motorsports is on the way. Letting you guys know that. But anyway, I could have like a special kind of like logo for like a race. So if I was racing in like the U.S., like in like in like Miami, I can have like a little like Miami type of theme logo just for that race. Kind of what McLaren just did for that race. They just showed. Ooh. That's hard. Stop playing with them. Hey, I don't care. McLaren starting to.
Affecting aero performance.
I'm gonna do my best.
I wonder if like any other like
Come on,
teams
come on.
have this,
There we
or is
go.
it just
That's
McLaren?
the one.
I'm fanboying hella hard though.
This footage needs to be destroyed. This is like my nightmare. He's gonna heat it back up. I f***ed it so badly. Why is
Oh
it
no,
doing
he's
that?
done it wrong again.
Oh
This is
my
where we just
god.
cut to the perfectly redone one. Respect what you do. Could you get that on camera? He's seen work.
You know how like specific you have to be with that as well.
Let's do it.
So this is basically the whole race department, but we're gonna go down here, look into the race base. That's where they put all the cars together. And we have the main man just here.
My main man. Where's Zach at?
Hi, I'm Jono.
Jono
The
Brooks.
team's all done with a version of all the 2023 parts. This is where it'll get clicked together and
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So this is where the first car goes together, gets signed off, do all the testing, all that kind of stuff. So we convert it from a dyno test into a track car.
What's dyno testing?
So a dyno test is basically it's a stationary car and you run it as if you would on the track.
I was thinking like,
before the variable gets in.
Yeah, exactly right.
Well, the guy can crash it.
So you guys are dealing with like seriously precious cargo in here.
Yeah, there's a bit of money, a few quid's worth in here.
Unbelievable work, Jono. It's such a pleasure to have met you.
Good to see you.
Appreciate you.
That's very
Bid
cool.
farewell to Lando, Jono, and the rest of the McLaren F1 team. They're off to prepare for the 2023 season to
That's
chase
hard,
points
bro.
and podiums and glory. Good luck, crew. But the racing team aren't the only ones working within this spaceship.
Oh my
the other arm of
God.
McLaren, the one that creates monsters of speed for general public consumption, if you have a couple of $100,000 to spare, they also operate out of this HQ. And I'm lucky enough to continue my day specking out my very own shiny
Specking.
McLaren in the VVIP lounge.
You've got to get this. It's like the Automotive Oscars. I'm Adam. Nice to meet you. Supposed to meet someone named Shane.
Yeah, sure, just right this way.
Oh shit. Holy shit, you really got me. What a baller entrance.
VVIP. Do you know how exclusive you have to be? It's not just VIP, it's VVIP. That's top dog, top notch, specific
Adam.
of the specifics.
Nice to meet you, mate. How you doing? I'm good.
Shane Harmon.
It's quite the evil Bond villain lair you've got
Yeah,
here.
this is where we spec some of our most exclusive special Ultimate Series cars, but today we're going to spec you an Artura. So you got any initial thoughts, any feelings of what you want your car to look like?
I'm tempted to go for something incredibly brash, but I'm kind of feeling like a blacked out, really sexy, really timeless.
Next, wheels.
What's wrong with a dark stealth diamond cut?
I need like.
I'm looking that in mind.
Ooh.
It's brake calipers. I think you can match this to some interior colours.
I think I want to keep this thing really discreet. I like the black.
Do you want to see this on the VR before?
That would help, you never really know until you see it in VR, as the saying goes. Whoa. Comfortable? Damn, that's hot.
That's
I've got
nice.
the sickest hand in this VR.
That's nice.
Nice. Nice. Made me happy, made me smile. Nice.
I'm in a white void. It's just me and my Artura. The color is stunning. I could stay here for a while, to be honest. That is a gorgeous car. Whoa.
That's nice. All black though is
Things
basic, but it
do
looks so
high
nice though.
rollers coming here asking for.
I actually was speccing a car with a customer not so long ago, and quite unusually we were talking about carbon fibre, and they said, I don't want any carbon fibre. I'm sick of carbon fibre. I see it every day in my jet and on my boat. I just don't want to see it.
This person's maxed out on carbon
Yeah, there's
fibre.
enough carbon fibre. So they actually wanted a really subtle spec. You can't predict it. It's whatever the customer wants, and ultimately it's their car, and we can do that for them.
Ron Dennis said that he wanted McLaren to feel 90% NASA, 10% Disneyland, where you get this excellence and this specificity and a little bit of magic. And I feel like in this Bond villain lair, which I love, you kind of get in that magic, right?
The attention to detail, that 90%, is very evident throughout the building, and then you get in the cars and you feel the magic that
Right.
comes through from that.
You guys have one of the greatest race teams on planet Earth in Formula One. How does all that feed into McLaren Automotive? How does it make its way into what you guys do here?
If you're into F1, you're into racing, it's a natural progression to be into cars, and the two of us, we go hand in hand. It's a
Yeah.
great thing to have.
Now that I've dropped an ungodly amount of fake money on a beautiful Artura, what's next?
Well, I think we should go and see Arturas being made. Do you want to go have a look?
Yes.
So Adam, before we go and have a look
It's a long ass hallway.
Here is what's called a monocell 2. This is essentially what's colloquially known as a tub. A tub is at the heart of every single McLaren we make.
Oh, that is extremely light. I am not strong.
I'm like, what is he doing?
For all our cars, they're very, very bespoke. Everyone's very individual to the customer and how they wanted to spec it. Capacity is up to 20 cars a day.
Oh, like being creative from scratch.
Yeah.
And they've got these screens up here saying like cycle 5 time 43.
So that's essentially the information on how many cars we built that day, keeping the guys working to time. So each station targets 45 minutes before it moves on to the next one.
Wow, it's down to the minute like
Yes, yeah, of course. We'll then move on to the monsoon test, or also known as Great British Weather Test.
that. What's a
Monsoon
monsoon
test.
That's incredible.
We're essentially checking the cars are completely sealed and watertight.
Should we head down?
Absolutely, yeah.
What's
The
up with
monsoon
the floor?
Floor,
It's
obviously.
like
it's-
the most reflective floor I've ever seen. It's a gorgeous floor.
Thank you. No one's ever complimented our floor before.
Have it a bit of a...
Hey.
Wait, stop here for a second.
Yes?
Give me half a beat on the elbow.
It's the lightest car we've ever made. We kind of call this an A to A car. You know, you just want to take this car out for a drive. It's an incredibly engaging car, obviously. It's as close as you can get to the driving elements. No roof. You
Oh
hear
my
the sound.
god. Boy. I need a McLaren. I need a McLaren. God dang it. Almost 1.69 million. I don't count the dude. That's that lightest car. It looks like though. Let's just keep going. I have so much stuff I'm gonna say.
Charge V8, well over 800 horsepower. It's an absolute riot. Dynamic testing, but this is where we test every single car, checking the powertrain, checking it's producing the power it should. This is kind of assessing all the straight line and stopping performance before the cars will head out for a proper shakedown.
He's in like a deep, meditative focus right now.
We are going to have a look around the paint shop. There's actually 38 individual stations that every car goes through. A huge part of MPC
38.
paint. You know, it's a very, very delicate process. Everything's got to be absolutely pristine, perfect. You can see we're baking a car in here. We explode the car kind of on this jig that you see here, is you can get everywhere you need to do when you're spraying and painting the car. But yeah, final finishing, this is polishing. Looks really messy at the moment, but it's all part of the process and the cars will come out looking absolutely perfect.
I would smash a pair of those overalls. They look so cool. Please.
End of the production line. We've got an
Finished
Artura.
Artura.
Yes, and we've got a badge for you to put on this Artura. Finish it off, final step in the process.
I'm going to badge this thing.
We're going to badge it and then it's going to be shipped off to a customer.
It's my first badging. Here I go. Badged.
I think you know
Hey.
How many people have touched this car? Do you have an idea?
several hundred, you know, our finest.
Don't forget my contributions, please, Shane.
You know how much you enjoyed this part, in particular the overalls.
I mean, the overalls is no way.
So we got you a gift.
Shane, I'll never forget.
We're finally going to go and get to head out in an Artura.
Please.
Like, is he gonna be able to like drive one? Oh, he is.
Feel the lunch I just ate. Trying to squeeze in.
Start the car. It's going to start on electric. Put your foot firmly on the brake. Hit the big red button.
That is a satisfying red button. It does not feel like it's on. Okay, so this is our EV mode.
Yeah.
Shane, I have to tell you one thing. At GQ Sports, we're not really doing the spec thing. You know, if someone's really keen for the specs, they can like go to the website, right? We can put it up on the screen, I'm sure.
yeah.
The nerdy facts, they're like here.
I don't know what I
Gonna
am.
do a little loop.
233. Okay.
Called the
Okay.
Chobham Triangle.
I need a McLaren. I need a McLaren.
Triangle. Chobham's a little sleepy village just outside of Woking. It's a notoriously bumpy road.
Why are you taking me to a notoriously bumpy road in a
To give you the
supercar?
proper British experience.
As far as supercars go, this is a pretty stealth mode.
Being in EV mode's great.
Like, you're not a full-blown arsehole the second you're hitting the road here.
Yeah, for sure.
Whoa. I'm assuming that was me.
With the engines just now started contributing and you're in auto mode, now would be a good time to try the throttle pedal.
I mean, that's very satisfying.
Just and the way it builds speed is amazing.
Like instantaneous.
Yeah.
So when if like
It is
all
surreal
like
driving
all
a
the
car
people
like this
you
in a
know
town
I mean
like
who
this.
Can't say.
Exactly.
all the people who work at McLaren, you know, if they got like a type of a McLaren,
Man,
like a
on
big
that
discount.
sin, holy sh**. It's almost a sin to put on the radio when it sounds that good. Do you feel safe with me, Shane?
You know what I do, and I'm a very nervous passenger. You know, I feel like I could have.
Me too. Me
I feel
too.
That's a compliment to
That's
you.
a lot of trust.
Yeah, exactly.
Please don't have a nap though. I have no fucking idea where we are. I mustn't be tempted to try and look cool while doing this. I will cook it.
Boy, that car is crazy.
If I go again, we're never going to stop. I'm really glad to report that Shane promised me I could just keep this one as a special treat. That was wild. Thank you, man. I appreciate you.
Pleasure.
If you ever need someone to calmly drive you around country roads again, I'm your guy.
Oh, a chauffeur, that'd be
Yeah,
perfect.
I got you.
That'd be perfect.
And so ends our day in one of the most surreal, exacting,
that was amazing.
larger-than-life dream factories you'll ever see. We saw rare cars, legendary cars, Lego reconstructions of legendary cars, parts of cars we couldn't even show you, and the kind of cars that make you want to drive a hell of a lot more. But all along the way, with this ginormous spaceship of a building as our backdrop, I couldn't help but think that there's a certain kind of magic that only comes at that perfect intersection of art and science.
That was freaking amazing. I okay, that was hard. That was so freaking fire. Oh my god, I got freaking tears in my eyes, so freaking happiness. I'm so soft for that. That was absolutely amazing. Just because of like that, like we was really seeing like what goes into making an F1 car, and we also saw like McLaren, like their regular cars in general, but like see what goes into an F1 car. And I know last week we talked about you know like where do like old cars go, see stuff like that. When we see Senna's car, I think we saw Fittipaldi's. We obviously saw Bruce McLaren's car, but a statue, a Lego car. Absolutely amazing. On that note, hope you guys did enjoy the video. Don't forget to like and sub as well. Stay safe, stay amazing. Talk to you guys later. Peace.